7 ADU landmines a lot of people wish they knew about before they built their ADU. So in this video, I'm gonna walk you through the 7 ADU landmines that have literally cost people properties, equities, nightmares, headaches that are building ADUs on their properties. I'm gonna show you how to deal with them and hopefully how to avoid them. I've closed and funded over 100 deals with ADUs, ranging from a single family with 1 ADU or a single family with 5 ADUs or a 2 unit with 2 ADUs or 3 ADUs, a lot of different mixtures in, and I know exactly what can go wrong. I've also had to navigate through a lot of issues on these deals. The biggest risk I see with people building ADU today, they do not do enough research and get themselves educated on what they're building, where they're building it. And this ultimately can put them in a really bad financial position because of the lack of knowledge of research. And you just thought it'll all work out. With so many people developing ADUs on their single family residence or taking a 2 unit, adding 4, 5, or 6 ADUs and hundreds of properties in the process and coming to the market, people really need to get educated. They're going to need to rent these. They're going to need to refinance these. They're going to need to sell these. They're going to need to maybe market these things. And there's a huge lack in understanding out there in the marketplace on exactly how to, from starting an ADU to finishing, just because you build it does not mean you are. I'm here today to help share what I've learned, also what I know. So let's break down the 7 ADU landmines that could potentially or already have ruined your life, cost you property, lost money, and ultimately could really just put you in a really bad position with your mental space or just financially. Number 1, what are you building? Do you know exactly what you're building? Are you building a single family with 1 ADU, a single family with junior ADUs? Have you done research in your marketplace? For example, if you're gonna build a single family with 1 ADU and it's gonna cost you $350,000, is there comps that are gonna give you back that $350,000? Do you care if that value, when you do an appraisal or have to refi out, showed $350,000? Or are you just like, no, I'm okay putting the money in because I wanna get a return? So the biggest thing you wanna do is before you start building whatever you're gonna do, make sure you understand, is there comps support the value you need, support the rent you need? And also, is this the best thing you wanna do for your financial future? Because it might not be. Just because everybody's doing it sounds great, might not be great for you. Number 2, what is the cost? Do you know exactly what the cost is? Somebody bids you $350,000. Is that over? Is that under? Like I mentioned before, if you're spending all this money and you're thinking I'm going to sell it and I have to get it back out, is it really going to sell for that $350,000? There's a lot of people out there that are building stuff for $350,000, and when it goes to sell, they're only making $250,000, $150,000. They are not getting the equity back or the money back they planned. Number 3, appraisal. The biggest nightmare of it all is appraisals. Why? Because nobody taught these appraisers how to appraise these properties. There was no guidelines. And how do I know? Because I've called USPAP. I've called the Bureau of Appraisals in here in California. 2/3 of their complaints are from ADUs because I had an hour conversation with the gentleman because they don't know what they're doing. Some appraisers just say, oh, all ADUs is they're worth $75,000. That's all I give them. They don't know how to comp them. They don't know how to find the comps. They don't know what they're doing. They've never done enough. So you need to make sure that you're working with a lender that knows the AMCs, that has the appraisers that know exactly how to comp these, how to come up with the exact income, how to pull the comps, and exactly how to give you the value you ultimately need to get the job. Again, it has to be backed by data. Number 4, the takeout loan. A lot of people, maybe they have a first mortgage and then they got a second, or maybe they got a first, they pay cash, they want to go get a refi and pull the cash back out. They're thinking since they spent $350,000 on the ADU, their property is just going to be worth $350,000 or $400,000 or $500,000, and they're just going to refi it out. They just think, hey, I built a single family with 5 ADUs, I'm just going to go get a loan. Or I built a 2 unit with 2 ADUs, I'm just going to go get a loan. They think it's simple. They think every lender is going to look at it the same. They think every appraiser is the same. They think every loan officer is the same. Wrong. If you're not working with an expert that is actually like me, has done tons of deals with ADUs, has gone through the right lenders, the underwriters, the process, right? Making sure you have the market rents, the takeout loan could be a killer. Also, did you spend too much on the project where you're like, I'm not even sure I'm able to take my debt out? So again, going through all this up front matters. Number 5, selling. A lot of people think right now, and they're in a really bad position. They're like, well, I built this and I had this house, I redid it, then I built 4 ADUs and it's a 5 unit, I'm gonna sell it for this. And right now they're realizing that might not be true in the marketplace. The market's changing. Just because you think you're gonna get this much could be different. So we're seeing people sell stuff for way less than they have. Maybe even not even making money or breaking even just to get out of properties because it just didn't, they thought they're gonna build an ADU and each one was gonna be worth $350,000. Lo and behold, it's not worth that. It's only gaining them $150,000. They're losing money on these projects. So again, before you're selling, are you working with the right agent? Are you going to potentially partner with a lender to say, hey, I have options for buyer that I can make sure to help them get this done. Or we've done this before in the area. We've done the comps. We know where to go, things like that. Number 6, qualifying. Again, not all lenders are the same. When you go get maybe a DSCR loan, right? Because you said, I got a 2-unit plus 2 or a 2-unit plus 3. You want to get a DSCR loan. You want to get a commercial loan. Did you have the person or somebody like me or a commercial lender size this property up front, run it different ways before you went and built it? Or did you just take a single family and build 5 and you realize I'm not qualifying in the end. I didn't hit the rents or the value's not there or the comps are different or I can't get these things rented out. So are you using short-term rents, mid-term rents, or long-term rents? This is all the things you need to know. Again, you could always reach out to me if you're in the process of building, if you need to take out a loan, and we can get questions answered and make sure we get you the right information to see if you need it, if you can refi or you can sell it or what the plans are in the future. And 7, last but not least, the biggest thing is always say teamwork makes the dream work. So if you're working with the wrong loan officer, you're working with the wrong lender, you're working with the wrong appraisers, your deal could blow up like lots of them. You won't get the value. The lender doesn't know what they're doing, especially on complex deals where you might have, where maybe you built a single family with 5 ADUs and there's affordable unit and you're trying to go DSCR and they're like affordable unit. We don't even know what that is. And you might understand that, wait a minute, what's affordable unit? So you need to make sure that you are really working with a lender that can get you through all these complex issues, that has a track record and understanding how to get them done. I'm not saying the path that it's not a windy road or it's a roller coaster. What I'm saying is that I've closed a lot of these deals and I know the ups, the downs, the nuances. I know how to talk to the underwriters. We know how to make sure if we have to rebuttal an appraisal. Just this year, I think I've rebutted 10 appraisals with ADUs and I only lost 1 of them because that appraiser would not even comment back. So the lender let me go and get another appraisal done because they believed me over the appraiser, and that appraiser ended up coming in. Why? Because we just sent him the data and the comps and he followed it. And the other guy gave $50,000 for an ADU in a coastal area where my guy came back and looked at the data and understood it and gave $500,000. And that is the difference. This is a make or break by building these. This could financially leave you and your family in a bad position. So make sure before you build an ADU, or if you've already built an ADU, or if you're in the middle of the process of building an ADU, reach out to me. I can help. I can answer questions. Just make sure you put the time, effort, and the research in so that you don't find yourself in a bad position. So here's the 7 things that are very important. Share this video with somebody. Like, subscribe to my channel. It'd be amazing. And also, if you have any questions, you know how to find me. Thanks so much for watching.